This is the After the Show podcast. Hang out a little bit longer with us where we go a little bit deeper into whatever it is we've been talking about today.
Where I want to go with this is this tidying up thing. This show on Netflix. And I've not seen the show. I really do. I became enamored with the book, which, by the way, it's got like 13,000 reviews on Amazon and lots of stars.
Wowza.
And so that was what is her name?
Her name is Marie Kondo.
Okay, and so my introduction to her was about a year and a half ago, really in working with Jodi's friend, MC, or our friend, MC, who's got this organizing business called Chaos is the name of her business. And so she helps you do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Really what
Comes
she
into
does.
your house and it's hours.
I would almost say that, MC is kind of like the intermediary. The advice on this show is to, decide if something brings joy to you or not. MC is the one that helps you through that process. Come on now. You can. And so one of the things that I've done that I've not been very effective with, but she tells you to put the things that you're really hung up on, that you can't decide on, put them in a box and label it and come back and look at that box in 6 months or a year, whichever you choose. And if you've not used it and you don't care and it's not, then just get rid of it. Well, which is either, donate it, sell it, whatever.
So did you do that, Murphy?
I can't bring myself to get rid of it.
Still in a box.
All these things in one box are just so confusing now.
This is all a guide, but you got to do the work, and whether you can or not, it's fine.
For example, one of them is that handheld GPS that you gave me. One of the very first ones a long time ago.
I thought you tossed it the second day.
With smartphones, you really don't need it, but man, is this thing rugged? And so
we brought this thing up on the show today because so many of my friends and girlfriends are watching it and loving it. Oh my gosh, I'm inspired to do it. I'm inspired to slowly but surely just do the kitchen drawers or just do my hanging clothes. And I have watched the trailer for it 6 times. I want to do it. I want to watch it, but I don't know. I feel like once I watch it, I'll be obligated to go start sparking joy in my closet and all that.
Well,
I just don't know if I want to. I already put away all the Christmas except for the Christmas train, which is still sitting in the front room of our house, Murphy.
I think the appeal of the show is what you're talking about, though. That's usually what a cleaning spree starts with, is some spark of inspiration, right?
Sure.
Isn't that sort of a universal thing that you go in one room and you're like, okay, I'm going to just start. And then, man, you're in it all of a sudden. You're motivated. In fact, if anybody comes and interrupts you, it's a problem.
I can see how getting rid of stuff would free you as far as the way you feel goes, because our laundry room, Murphy, comes from the carport. You walk from the carport into our laundry room into the house, and that room being small-ish, it collects a lot of stuff. And when there's too much stuff in there, I feel aggravated. And I asked you again yesterday, are you keeping this heater? Because if not, can we please move it? Kind of a thing. Because it's my laundry room. Why is all this
attics
extra?
Are made for?
Yeah. It is this room is a challenge because part of the room has tools in it. The other part of the room has laundry stuff in it. And I've really tried to keep the tools up and out of the way. Yeah, there's a fridge in there now.
2 dog crates.
Okay. Hence the problem.
I'm starting to hyperventilate, Jodi.
I know. Come through my laundry room.
But
it's one of those catch-all rooms so that the rest of the house can look great.
Yeah.
We put stuff in there, but that room causes me stress and anxiety.
And I need to go back through. Jodi's been really cool because we've agreed. We're teammates, we're partners on everything. So I don't have any good place to keep tools. That shed that I cleaned out 2 weekends ago.
Yeah. Rat haven
is awful. Yeah, I mean, it's rain gets in it. It is just this thing. It's rusted. I mean, you name it. Nothing should be out there that really. And actually, that should be the
get
answer.
Rid of the shed.
Well, I am going to get rid of the shed, but I had to get rid of everything inside of the shed first. And so some of these tools are, it's probably time for me to go through and say which one of these am I really going to use or not.
Yes, and you don't realize this because I do not believe that there's a perfect person, and I do not believe that. With it, I believe that you accept the person that you married. Okay, so I believe that, all the things about me that drive you crazy, if you're going to be happy with me, you got to accept it. And I feel the same way. And so that has been difficult for me. Your inability to get rid of stuff has been difficult for me because I would feel much better if we got rid of a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I would love to part with. There's some old chairs that are upstairs that I would love to get rid of.
Yeah, but those are my grandmother's old
chairs. And they're broken, and they need refinishing for thousands of dollars. But So I have tried to say, okay, well, at least we have a big enough home where all this stuff can be stored.
Yeah.
But it's more of a I've tried to make peace with it just so that you and I want to be happy. I don't want to be aggravated all the time. So, but my laundry room is a different situation because that's where I do a lot of the work. I do the
command
laundry.
center.
It's kind of a mom's command center. And so when I trip over a heater that we're not using, that there's no reason to keep anymore. But every time I ask about it, it's like, yeah, we're keeping that,
Well,
baby.
here's the reason to keep that. It's one of those portable outdoor butane heaters. So, wherever you are, if you need warmth, there it is.
Sam,
And,
help.
I don't
What do you
know.
think?
I don't know how often you use it.
Yeah.
We've never used it that I remember.
Then put it in the 6-month box.
I've used it a lot.
When?
Well, I mean, I haven't used
Murphy.
it this winter. But,
I don't remember
in the
you
past,
using it.
Sitting outside, waiting for the dogs to go do their thing.
Sitting outside. You stand up when they do their thing.
See, to me, tools go into a different category because tools are.
Everybody needs tools.
You need to have tools. They need to be there when you need them. They're not going to be used necessarily all the time. I'm not constantly
why we need
using.
a new shed.
But I'm not constantly using my crescent wrench. But it doesn't mean I should get rid of it, right? So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really want a new shed. I think what I want to do is actually streamline because I'm really impressed with what I cleaned out. And Jodi saw exactly what I mean. When I say I got rid of stuff, it was almost the entire shed's worth of stuff that either got donated, thrown away, or relocated to a place that made more sense.
Now, all that stuff, that was a lot of
the
work.
laundry room, right?
Yeah, a lot of it got relocated to my space. Your shed stuff
This makes sense.
Your shed stuff was out of sight, out of mind for you, too,
Oh,
for
wait,
a long
I
time.
didn't put anything in your space, did I?
But there's something by the refrigerator that's also behind the heater that's just like taking up a lot of space.
Well, that's
where my broom used to go, and not the broom I fly, but the broom I sweep with.
That's the electric pressure washer.
Which does get used. You know
It does.
You know what I found? And I was kind of inspired by Murphy's cleaning of the shed because I tackled my storeroom.
Okay, so
did you?
And what I found...
Your storeroom is probably very different, probably very organized.
It was organized clutter, though. And what I found, there's things that are in there that I have not touched since I've been in the house for 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like...
Out.
I just because they're there, they're out of sight, and they're part of the scenery.
Yeah.
And so I just that just stays.
Where
I don't
you
even
didn't see
think
it
about
anymore.
that. It's like, bags of grout if I want to replace any of the tiles. Well, it's been outside so long, it's solid as a rock.
Yeah.
Sure.
So throw it away. Why are you holding on to it?
Yeah.
Junk like stuff deflated basketballs. I don't even have a basketball goal anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
Gone.
gone. Super soakers. Knockoff super soakers that my mother brought 10 years ago that the kids used once, and I just wouldn't get rid of them.
Right, because we place
Gone.
things are expensive. I mean, I feel you. It's an inner struggle. Things are expensive, so we place value. Murphy, how often we have that? You and I have that discussion. Yeah, but we paid blankety blank for it. We're having that discussion currently about this Christmas mesh and wire train that is still inside the house in the front room, our dining room area, because I think if it stopped working right after Christmas, which is a shame because you paid a lot of money for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was $100.
But now it's not working.
And this Jodi just had to have this thing.
Oh.
No, it was.
Wait, you and Phoebe bought it.
I know we did. We remember, but Jodi was like, "God, this is the cutest thing in the world. It's a train." You see, and it's like, okay, send me a picture. And then yes, Phoebe and I went back and bought it. And but this is the first time I've ever had a problem with an outdoor decoration literally breaking right after Christmas. And of course, the box is gone.
Yeah.
I still have the receipt, but it's been out weather worn. They're not going to take this thing back. And so I don't know what to do because none of the lights are working.
Throw it
and
away.
They're LED lights, but I don't think I should throw it away because there's got to be something. It's
big.
What are the odds of all 400 lights on this thing going out? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying before I pitch this,
What are you going to do? Pray over it?
maybe
That's what I want to know. And so we had this
if that
conversation.
saves me the $100, yes.
And here's where my piece comes in. We talked about it once this weekend, but instead of it escalating to a fight, I just walked away. Like, I'm not okay with it still in our front room. And what'll happen is it's still there. Looks like Christmas in our front room. Yeah. The next time we have somebody over, that's when you'll get, moving, and you'll move it right in the
do.
nick of time before we have company or
In the
something.
laundry
Well,
room.
I will get on it sooner. You know,
I
mean, there's
know.
no reason to fight over it. It is the
I
joy of
agree.
Christmas.
What I'm saying is,
$100 joy at Christmas.
I know this is you, and I know you struggle with parting with things. So at least we have a big
See,
enough
but that-
house because
what's funny is that one is not an emotional attachment. We haven't had it long enough
That's
for
a
it to mean
financial
anything.
attachment.
Yeah, exactly.
But as every day goes by, it should be easier to get rid of the thing.
one would think.
I know you only got one Christmas use out of it, but it's like, what is it going to kill you mentally and emotionally to keep this thing?
Yeah, but if it's big, it's.
Have you
you
seen
know,
his closets upstairs? Have you
No.
been to our house before? Have you been
Well, I
upstairs,
haven't been in
Sam?
his closets.
Well, look, CDs will
keep
come back one
everything.
day.
Yeah, so
Keeps
They will
everything.
come back around. You know.
I will say this: it was an amazing thing you did. 2 weekends ago with the shed, though. I was super proud and surprised about that, Murphy.
I made ruts in the yard, didn't I? Getting everything out there. But you know, this is to show you that Sam and I really do things similarly. I also threw away a bag of grout. and the trowel that went with it because and there were-
wait, why'd you throw the trowel away?
because it was all
Those are
rusty.
expensive.
It
you
was,
could use that one day.
yeah, but it was all rusted up, and trust me, it was not in good
You'd
shape.
probably get a new one for $2. Yeah, you're right.